Hey guys, welcome to another talkie. Whitney and I here. Thank you
Hi,
very
guys.
much. I'm Kevin, just for the record. Um, we're going to be trying to knuckle down and give you guys a list of our top 10 favorite movies of all time. This is hard for me. I'm a huge movie fan. I've watched movies my entire life. It is such a big thing for me, and I cannot tell you how many of these lists I have tried to make, and I always end up changing it. Um, so you're going to get my list as of today. These are our lists as we wrote them out today. We've been banging our heads together trying to make our lists, and I don't know everything that she's picked. She doesn't know everything that I've picked, but we're just gonna spout them off one at a time. I have broken mine down from my 10th favorite to my absolute favorite, 10 to 1. We're just doing 10, and she's got hers more in genres. So, but we'll do one at a time. But before we get started, I just wanted to list off some of my honorable mentions because I didn't have room for them on this list. Armageddon is one of my favorites. It hits you right in the gut. Can't get her to watch it for nothing, but it is it's ever since I watched it, I've loved it. Remember the Titans is another one that is very close to my heart. I'm not one for football movies, but it's a really good one. The Green Mile is a tearjerker. It will yank your heart out if you haven't seen it, but it's excellent and well acted. Tom Hanks is fantastic in it. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of the best action movies of all time, period. And it breaks my heart not to include it. The Lion King, one of the best animated films of all time, hands down. It's my favorite Disney movie ever. Halloween 2, got to represent my boy, my favorite of the series. And I plan on doing more Halloween stuff later. It's one of my favorite of the slashers. But I couldn't include it on this list because there's only 10 slots. But Halloween 2 is my favorite. And yes, I love it better than the original. I know that's a hot take, but that's my take. There's a movie called Frailty. Maybe a lot of you haven't seen. I got her to watch it. It's excellent. It's got some twists and turns.
Some twists.
Yeah, it's very twisted, but it's a really good thriller. Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey's excellent. It's a Wonderful Life, my favorite holiday film of all time. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend it. This come out in like the 40s, but man, is this movie great. The Others is another horror film, psychological thriller, really, really good. Nicole Kidman's excellent in it. Sling Blade is a great drama. You will hate Dwight Yoakam. He's got the foulest mouth I've ever heard. But from a drama standpoint and a plot standpoint, the movie's excellent. And my favorite comedy of all time is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. If you haven't seen it, it's insane. It's stupid, but it's also genius. So those are my top 10 or 11 honorable mentions. I just wanted to throw those out there. So now we're going to start our list. And you want to start with your number 10?
No, you go ahead.
You want me? Okay. All right. So my number 10 is The Patriot, starring Mel Gibson. I'm not big on war films, but this one's excellent, about the Revolutionary War. And Heath Ledger is in it. There's a lot of just heart-wrenching moments in this movie, but it's so well acted. It's so well done. It came out, I think, in about the year 2000. Very, very excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend The Patriot. Most people have probably seen it by now, but for those of you who are the younger generation, if you're interested in any kind of war films or anything like that, I highly recommend The Patriot. You like The Patriot?
I do like The Patriot. I remember I told you I was actually failing social studies, and my high school social studies teacher made me watch that movie, and I started catching on a little bit more because I liked it, and I ended up writing a paper on it.
That's funny how movies can do that.
Yeah.
Because I was always bored to tears in history class, but I watched that and I was zoned in.
Shout out to Mr. Kuntz, by the way.
Hey, Mr. Kuntz, whoever you are. All right, give us your number 10 or...
Well, I've got mine more in genres. I have romance, of course. The Notebook.
Oh, okay.
That's like my top go-to movie if I'm in my feels.
Yeah. The Notebook. Yeah.
That, and then 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. I watched that one too.
I love them both.
Another Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Heath Ledger.
Yeah. The Notebook to me was that one will hit you in the feels. Yeah, absolutely.
I could watch it every day and cry like a big baby every time.
Yeah, some of these movies, doesn't matter how many times you've seen them, they're still going to hit you.
Yep.
Yep. Which we'll get into another one later that's on her list. I'm pretty sure she included it. She may have included it. We watched one last night that I forgot how much in the feels it hits until it hits, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You. I remember it being like really, I was a little bit, I guess, older than the ideal demographic for that movie, but I still enjoyed it. It was a fun, like teen angsty kind of movie. I liked it.
Yeah, it got me in my feels too. Of course, I was younger when I watched it the first time, but
yeah,
being a teenager and you're trying to find out what love is.
Right.
So
sometimes those are the ones that stay with you, the early impact ones.
That and The Notebook are my most memorable romance books. Well, the books are good too, but
yeah.
Movies. Sorry, guys.
Right. No, it's cool. All right. My number 9 is one of 4 comic book films that I had to include. Guys, I love comic book movies. There's so many that are so good, but I was making it a rule to myself that I can only include one per franchise, but there's one exception that I'll get into in a few minutes. But there's like 3 of the 4 Avengers movies that have been out so far I absolutely love. So I have to go into that later. But as far as X-Men goes, even the bad ones I love to watch. They're so much fun. But Days of Future Past is a fantastic movie. And the thing that I like about it is that it's the second of the X-Men First Class series, but it's also a continuation of the X-Men series from 2000 with Hugh Jackman and everybody. So you get the 2 casts mixed together, and you've got a past situation and a future situation, and both trying to survive, both trying to prevent something from happening that's going to change the future and just kill mutants and everything. So it's so, you don't expect to get hit in the feels like that from a comic book movie, but Days of Future Past is my favorite of the X-Men, bar none, ever since I've watched it. I remember when X2 came out, I loved that movie so much. It was my favorite for years. But over time, there's been others that have knocked it down. But Days of Future Past, I don't think it can be topped as far as X-Men movies go. It's excellent. And say whatever you want, Hugh Jackman is the best comic book actor ever. I do not care. That role is 100% his as far as I'm concerned. So
you don't get a better Wolverine.
No, they'll never top it.
No. I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Hugh Jackman's good in anything he plays.
He is excellent. He's excellent. Guy can act, sing, dance. He's a jack of all trades. He's a Jackman of all trades.
Yeah.
All right, give us one more of yours there.
Well, like I said, I had mine broke down into different genres. We can go ahead and talk about last night's movie. You want to go there? Because that's kind of on my top right now. I guess more of a crime thriller. Frequency.
Yes.
Dennis
Quaid, Jim Caviezel.
That'll hit you in your gut.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those, you kind of wish you could do the same.
Right. Yeah, that's part of what hurts when you watch it.
Yeah, especially if you've lost important people in your life.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that was, I've never even heard of the movie until you mentioned it, and then watching it last night. I could see why it's a top movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could totally see why.
It almost made my list. It almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie, ever since I watched it, I've loved it. I was always the kind that if I go to the theater or rent a movie and I love it, I will buy it. That's just the way that it is. And that movie, hands down, I had to own it.
Yeah. Pretty good. I think I cried off and on through the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's not just you cry at the end. It's you cry throughout it, but just because everything happened in it.
And then there's good and bad crying. You're just like, you're upset, but then you're also happy, but it's like it still hurts.
It's like a hopeful thinking.
It is. Yeah, it is. All right. My number 8 is another comic book film. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Guys, this movie has got some of the best action sequences I have ever seen, and it's got some of the best cinematography that I've ever seen. One of the best scores that I've ever heard. This movie is awesome, and I mean across the board awesome. It made comic book movies like serious again. Like a lot of them are so silly, you know, like the Thor movies, the later Thor movies got really silly and they went overboard with the comedy. The Captain America trilogy stayed pretty solid. Like there's humor in it, but they stayed pretty consistent with the tone. And Winter Soldier, man, it's got some feels in it too. But there's some of the best fight scenes that I've ever seen. So I have to put it. It's almost at the top of the comic book list for me, with only a couple of exceptions. So that's my number 8. What you got next?
I've got. I'm gonna switch to the horror because I kind of got mine that way, you know.
Okay.
The Possession. The guy, the father gets the box for his little girl, and what comes of it is just, it's creepy, and it'll make you second guess buying stuff from auctions or yard sales. Definitely had me creeped out.
Oh yeah.
I actually think the first time I watched this was with my brother, DJ. And yeah, it's kind of one that stuck with me. Creeps me out a lot.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes in there that I remember, and I've only seen it once or twice, but there's a couple of scenes that I was like, ooh, and they still stick with me to this day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely get the appeal.
Yep.
Speaking of horror, my number 7 is a horror film, and people are probably going to think I'm crazy for this, but I do not care, folks. The Exorcist 3 is creepy. If you have not seen it, I introduced her to it, and I think it blows the first one away. I know everybody praises the first one. I know it was groundbreaking, but this one was able to go dark with the lore, go scary without all the vulgarity, without all, you didn't need all that, the twisted stuff. It was straight to the point, a horror film. Mm-hmm. George C. Scott is fantastic in this role, and Brad Dourif is awesome in the role. And I'm telling you guys, if you have not watched, I know sequels aren't popular with a lot of people. Horror movies, they're kind of a one and done for people. I get it. There are some bad sequels, including Exorcist sequels, but Exorcist 3 is fantastic. I mean, it really is, guys. Start to finish. There's just an atmosphere when you turn the movie on. From start to finish, there is an atmosphere, and you're like, there's dread hanging over, and you're just like, well, who's doing this killing, and what's happening, and you know, how it could be this person? That doesn't make sense until you find out what's happening. You're like, wow, it's just really cool. Based off of the book Legion by William Peter Blatty, and I think he directed this one as well. Great movie, guys. And the book was really good, but I think the movie's just a little bit better by how it ended. But overall, yeah, top notch. What do you got next?
Next one I got is Lights Out.
Ooh.
This is actually my favorite and my son's favorite movie. When we, you want to get in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
Definitely, when you watch it, you don't want to turn the lights off when you go to bed. At least I don't.
No.
You know, and I'm a grown up. But it definitely makes you think what's in the dark.
Yeah.
Or what can come out of the dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one that I had nightmares several times after I've watched it. Even being an adult. So
no, I believe it. It's one of those where it kind of, it's set in motion one of the tropes that's popular now, where like if you turn the lights on, there might be something not there, but when you turn it off, it's closer. It's like they kind of set the precedent on that.
Yeah, and it definitely, yeah.
It is creepy. It really is.
It's like those TikToks and stuff you see where they turn the lights off and it comes closer and you just try to keep running.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If
That'd
you take your eyes off of it, then you're dead. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's terrifying. All right, my number 6 is a drama. It is called No Country for Old Men. This movie, guys, it's fantastic. It's got Tommy Lee Jones in it, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, Woody Harrelson. Great cast and very well acted. It's got a narrative that just connects on every single level. You can't take your eyes off it. You're like, well, what's going to happen next? Javier Bardem is terrifying in this movie. Got the little air tank that he just shoots a rod through people's heads, and they don't even know what happened to him. It's terrifying. And once you realize what's Josh Brolin's going through, you feel for him. You're like, man, you're terrified that something's going to happen to this guy. And Tommy Lee Jones is top form in this movie as the old washed-up sheriff. He already feels like he's not equipped for the job anymore, and now he's having to do stuff to deal with this maniac that he can't even understand. And, we can all kind of sympathize with that when we get older. It's like things change, and you're just not prepared for it. But this movie, one thing I did notice, start to finish, there's not one bit of music in this movie until the end credits. That's how much this movie gets you on the drama. You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Not one note of music is played, with the exception of a scene where there's a mariachi band. That doesn't really count. But as far as mood-setting music, it's not even there, and you don't need it. This movie is awesome.
It was pretty good.
And what you got?
It's been a while since we watched it, but I do remember the little contraption. That freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say my next one would be the movie Fear.
Fear, yeah.
Mark Wahlberg. Very creepy, especially, I've got a daughter, and it makes me wish that she never finds a boyfriend.
Yep.
Ever. It just, the what ifs to it.
Yep.
And the end of the movie, boy, that dad, he don't stop.
No.
He will do anything in his power to protect his daughter. Mm-hmm. As a dad should,
Yep.
But that definitely makes you feel scared for the what ifs if you have a daughter, even if you have a son, because anybody can be crazy.
Right. Yeah. That movie, man, Wahlberg was over the top in that movie. He's sitting there punching himself. I remember that. I was like, oh, man. Yeah,
he was creepy.
Yeah, that was
he
terrifying.
Definitely played that part well.
Yeah, and the dad it was over with at that point. Yeah, that was great. I remember that movie well. Yeah.
Yep.
My number 5, I'm going to cheat a little bit on my number 5. I'm going to include the Lord of the Rings trilogy at number 5. I cannot break it down and separate one from the other. It is one continuous story, and it is epic. This is another one that I recently got her to watch for the first time. And it's intense. Lord of the Rings is intense. And it's got so many moments where you're just like, just give up. It's like,
what a journey.
Yeah, it seems like it's just never gonna, like, they're never gonna get out on top. You just worry about them, and
it's almost like the harder they tried, the more bad came their way.
Yeah, and you got Gollum that just won't let up, and you've got Sauron who's chasing the ring with his eye every time Frodo tries to get out of trouble, and every time him and Sam are free of something, there's somebody else that's after them. And then you've got, like, the human characters that are fighting the wars against the orcs and everything. And you got the Legolas, the elf, and Gimli, the dwarf. And they're some of the most beloved characters, man. That just their banter back and forth. It's just awesome. It's just this huge, epic scale. I remember when that movie first came out, I didn't even really know what it was. I'd never read the book. I never read The Hobbit at the time. And then I started seeing the toys and stuff at McDonald's or Burger King or wherever it was, and I was like, what is this? And then I was at the store once, Walmart or something, and I passed by the TV and they had one of them playing, and I was just like glued. I was like, that looks amazing. So I had to get them because I had to know what happened. But yeah, definitely Lord of the Rings, I can't separate one from the other. That trilogy is perfect in my opinion.
You can't say it doesn't get you in your feels either.
Absolutely. With its 15 endings, yeah.
The ending caught me off guard. I was not expecting what happened.
Yeah, there's so much there to take in.
Kind of broke my heart.
Right. All right, what's your next one?
My next one is Misery.
Ooh, yeah.
Misery. I don't even know where to start with it. For one, I couldn't imagine being in the situation. The writer, it's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I've watched it. Mm-hmm. But the pain and the crap that he endured.
Yeah.
by a woman.
Oh,
Let alone, how well did she play that character?
nailed it. That's psycho to the max, man.
Make you think different of her.
Yeah, it's like if you're ever famous and you have a fan, it makes you scared to even, have a fan.
I'd be scared to step outside.
Right. Yeah, that movie's really good at building tension. That scene where he's like trying to find a way out of the house and he what was the little penguin or something he hits with his arm or something and turns the wrong way and she finds out that he's been in the house.
Oh yeah, because she was OCD, perfectionist about her home.
And she comes in there with a sledgehammer. You're like, oh no.
Yeah,
That was rough. But yeah, Kathy Bates was great. James Caan was great. That movie was was
Kathy
awesome.
Bates killed that.
Oh yeah,
That
definitely put her on the mark right there.
Oh yeah.
My number 4 is kind of unknown to a lot of people. Again, it's one that I couldn't wait to introduce her to. It's called The Way, Way Back. And this movie, man, Sam Rockwell is top notch in this movie. He carries this movie. And Steve Carell is an unbearable character in this movie. I can't stand him in this movie. And that doesn't happen because I love Steve Carell. But in this movie, it's not a comedic role at all.
No, he's an a-hole.
Yeah, he's bad. He's really, really bad. And the way that he treats his girlfriend's son just puts him down all the time and everything. It's just like, it makes you feel so bad for this kid he's going through adolescence. His parents are split up and he feels like an outcast, like a nobody. And he goes to this water park where he meets Sam Rockwell, and Sam Rockwell is running this water park, and they become really quick friends. And Sam notices that he's an outcast, so he tries to teach him the ropes about how to get more comfortable with people and everything. And by the end of it, your heartstrings are just being ripped because you feel so much for this kid.
At that point, it's more than just friend. It's a family.
Yeah, it's a family. It's a father figure is what he is. And he shows him that he's worth something. And to me, man, that hit me right in the gut. If you have not seen The Way, Way Back, I strongly recommend it. It is well worth your time.
It's a good watch.
Yeah.
Definitely was a good watch.
All right. What you got next?
I'm going to go to my kids genre. The Polar Express is one of my favorite Christmas holiday watches. Tom Hanks, I think he can play any character. He can play any voice. It doesn't get better than Tom Hanks for me as far as animation.
Right. Yeah. That's another one that's a lot of heart in that film.
Yeah. And the animation picture is how lifelike the characters are.
Yeah, the computer
amazing.
animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good watch. It's also one of my kids' favorite movies too for the holidays.
It's definitely a good one for the holidays for sure. Yeah, you were the one that really got me into that more than I had. I never really gave it much of a shot until she got me to watching it, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's actually really, really good. I'm all about Christmas movies if they have like a good heart and like they're not too over the top with trying to push the envelope. If it's got a good message and good heart, I'm all for it for the holidays especially. My number 3 is A Time to Kill. This is based off a John Grisham novel, one of his best. I think it was his first novel, I think. All about race relations in the South, and you have a black man who is convicted of murdering the two that assaulted his little girl and tried to kill her, and so he's put on trial. Matthew McConaughey plays his lawyer. Samuel L. Jackson is the father in it. This movie has one of the best casts that I've ever seen. Because on top of that, you've got Sandra Bullock. You got Kevin Spacey, which I know he's got a lot of history going on in his life now. So there's that. But he's great in this movie. Kiefer Sutherland, Donald Sutherland, Ashley Judd, Oliver Platt. The list goes on. This movie is one of the best casted that I've ever seen. Did you ever watch A Time to Kill?
I don't think I have.
This is one that I'm going to have to introduce her to. It's going to be one of our next watches. This movie, man, it will hit you in so many levels because you get to see the good and bad of humanity, the breakdown in communication, the breakdown in cultures, and without hitting you over the head with messaging. Like it really connects the dots. I'm not one that likes to be overly hit with messaging in movies, like when you have an agenda or whatever. I like it to come natural, and this movie really comes natural with it. It's all about all of us, even though we're different, we're not that different. We all have families and we all have feelings, and so it's about, can justice survive when there's bad race relations going on. So highly recommend it. Time to Kill is my number 3. What do you got?
Next I got the new and the old The Little Mermaid. I've always been a big fan of mermaids, The Little Mermaid in particular. It's a favorite and a lot of my childhood. I remember watching over and over. And the newer one, I appreciated it a lot, especially it being a live action.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the colors and just the scenes, it just made it that more real.
Didn't I believe Javier Bardem played in that too? Didn't he play the father, I think?
Yes. The guy from No Country for Old Men, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and he was Ariel's father.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he was pretty good in it. Definitely a switcheroo from No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I love the animated one for sure. That one, that's another one that I really enjoyed. The Disney animation. So I like the old school animation. I'm hoping they go back to that, because some of the CGI now, it just seems like we're hit over the head with it all the time. I'd rather go back to the old school where they had to draw everything out, and that connects with me more, I think. All right, I'm down to my top 2, and this could literally go either way. It's 2 comic book films back to back, folks. My number 2 is The Dark Knight. I'm going to mention Heath Ledger again. It's been talked about ad nauseum, but Heath Ledger disappeared in this role as the Joker. I have never seen anybody disappear into a role. He was gone in this role, and he encompasses whatever psychosis and chaos is out there. This guy, he's unpredictable, and the thing is, like, he's terrifying, but he's also funny. Like, there's stuff that he does that just cracks me up, but at the same time, it's like, man, this guy would be your friend one minute, shoot you in the face the next. Like, you just don't know.
He definitely became the character.
He did. Well acted across the board. Christopher Nolan's best film as far as I'm concerned. And Morgan Freeman is great in this movie. Christian Bale, Michael Caine, everybody just nails it. And we get to see the Joker. We get to see Two-Face. We get to see the Bat Pod turn into the Bat Cycle, and just all this really just fun stuff. And it's a crime drama. It makes Batman believable. It makes it like realistic. It makes it to where like you can connect with it, because this is a real person doing this. Like, you honestly believe this could really happen. When I watched the Tim Burton Batman, I love Michael Keaton, but I never once thought, well, that's possible. No, it's absolutely not. It's crazy. But you watch this and you're like, this may be impossible, but they do a great job of making it seem possible. And it really immerses you into, in fact, the whole Dark Knight trilogy, I say it's fantastic, start to finish. So that's my number 2.
I actually just changed mine.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Not too long ago, we watched the Netflix Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. The way that they made the beast.
Yeah.
The monster. Mm-hmm. There's different words that they called him. But the fact that he did such a great job at coming to life, and the crap that he went through, right? Just I'd watch it all over again. And it was a long movie.
It was long.
2 hours?
Close to 3, I think.
No, 2.5 hours, I think.
Yep,
close,
something like that.
Closer to 3. Mm-hmm. But it was definitely it kept you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, it did, and I was surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. Period pieces are hit and miss for me. Like, if they're set back in a certain time, like, they really have to grab me for me to be interested. But this one did, and like when he's like moving the ship by himself. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, that was impressive. I did not see that
I
coming.
think it showed a lot of the anger that he was
Yeah.
going through, and
You can
the
totally
strength.
understand it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
That
that's a
was-
great one.
it was a good one for me. I liked it a lot.
Yep. I will go back and watch that one. All right. My number one is a comic book movie, folks. And I can't help it. And as much as I love Avengers Endgame and how that wraps up, Avengers Infinity War, I think it's just a better movie. From the difference to me is like they're a great back-to-back watch. Endgame has so much fan service in it, especially when the portals open and everybody shows up and the big battle happens, that you won't beat it. But Infinity War, from start to finish, to me, Endgame waits till the last hour to really pick up. This movie from start to finish, because you've got this faction over here and this faction over here, and you get to see characters together that you normally wouldn't. Like you get to see Iron Man talk to Doctor Strange, and you get to see the Guardians over here with Thor, and you get to see Captain America forming his little alliance over here, and it's like you care about all of it. It's like it all connects. You're waiting for the big finale. Thanos is one of the best comic book villains ever put to screen. Josh Brolin nailed the performance, and you're just wondering. As a fan, I like to root for the good guys, but I also like to watch the bad guys do what they do. Bad guys are just cooler most of the time, and there was a part of me that was like, I want Thanos to get these stones and just see what happens, and spoiler alert, he does. And they pulled something which we all knew it was going to get fixed eventually. But when Thanos snapped his finger, he wiped out half the Earth and half the universe.
Humanity.
And so, I mean, you can't argue that they went for it. And I will give Marvel credit. They really they played the long game. Whereas I felt like DC was trying to catch up too much, throwing too much at one time. Marvel really played the long game. It took them 10 years to get here. And we got here, and it was fantastic. And I don't know, it hasn't been the same since. I was normally there on opening day every Marvel movie. But now I'm just, it's hit and miss for me. Like, if I miss one, I'll catch it later. So they have never been able to recapture what Infinity War did and Endgame did. So with that, I believe that is my favorite movie of all time. As it stands today, it may change tomorrow, who knows? But as it stands today, that's my favorite movie of all time. What do you got for your last one?
My last one is still a kid's movie. I'm a kid at heart, guys, and I have 4 kids, so
Nothing wrong with that.
Shrek.
Shrek is
Mike
awesome.
Myers.
Shrek is awesome.
Shrek is awesome. I honestly, in my opinion, I think they should have just left it at Shrek, and they shouldn't have continued with the other Shrek movies, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes it just doesn't get any better than the first.
It's diminishing returns for sure.
Yeah, just the story dragged out a little bit. I like the first one only.
Yeah.
The other ones, they do have funny parts and good parts, but there's nothing like the first one,
On the
especially
whole,
for your childhood.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Shrek
That's
is
what I have, though,
Yeah.
It's one of my most favorite kid watches. So
for sure. Yeah. And I love the animation, and John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad cracks me up. He's a great villain in that.
And you can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy.
No,
Come
Eddie
on,
Murphy.
Donkey made it.
He did.
He made a lot of the movie, too.
Oh yeah, hands down. So annoying and lovable. Yeah, you gotta love it. Shrek
Noble
is awesome.
Steed.
Yeah. And there you have it. As it stands on this date, folks, that's our top 10 favorite movies of all time. Don't go thinking that we think these are the best movies of all time. These are just our favorites. These are the ones that we go back to more often than not. But feel free to comment yours down below. What are your top 10? What do you like? What do you hate? Were we wrong in our opinions? We're not above hearing people's opinions.
Or maybe even some must-watches.
Yeah.
Series, movies, animation.
Recommend whatever you got, and we'll give it a watch. We're very open-minded. We love to experience things for the first time. Even if it's something I'm not interested in, I'll give it a watch if you guys recommend it. So, and be sure to like this video, guys, if you liked it. Give us that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. and become part of the YouTube family. Share it across your social media. We love all the support we can get, you guys. We're not getting paid for this. I'm doing it for fun right now. So, you know, in between putting up some music, we're doing, as I call it, talkies. That's just what we do. And I got my sidekick here, and we love spending time with you guys. So until next time, we'll holler at you later.
Bye.